What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jobbers and Goons, and today we are here doing a follow-up video to a Warhammer themed video that smashed the like goal. That was, what if Dr. Doom invaded Warhammer? This was a scenario in which Doom straight up thought this realm was invading Latveria, so he attacked it instead. And he wasn't that successful. Eventually it was brought down. However, I did say in that video, if we hit the like goal, we would revisit this with Dr. Doom taking a completely different approach. In this particular approach, we would be analyzing Dr. Doom going in and instead looking at, can I take over the Warhammerverse? How do I ascend to power? How do I take over? That would be the mainstay problem for him. So it completely changes things. And if you like videos like these, smash the like button. 300 likes and we will come back with another Dr. Doom related Warhammer video. We'll figure it out. But anyways, getting into this, or matter of fact, we will do whatever Warhammer themed video gets the most likes in the comment section down below. So comment down below which Warhammer themed video I should do next. Whichever one gets the most likes, we will do a video on, and I will pin it to the comments if we hit the like goal. But getting back to this, Dr. Doom has broken through a warp and is now in the 40K verse. How would he approach taking over this newfound place of terror and chaos? Well, first of all, we have to address the brilliance of Doom. While there are several high-tier IQ characters in the verse, in particular in the Imperium of Man and stuff like that, Doom is a being whose mind can match the wit of outerversal beings constantly. He's absolutely brilliant. One of the smartest beings in creation, is brilliant in both the sciences and magic. And together it makes him an absolute nightmare to match up with in terms of intelligence and strategy. This has led Doom to dominate and take over power sources such as the Power Cosmic from Silver Surfer, Power of the Beyonders, Molecule Man, all of these things he can take over. It's insane. So, heading in, I think the way he would go about this is using his power, not all of it, and his brilliance. He would lend aid to the Imperium of Man, building rapport with them as his own independent fighter, looking to help man achieve its next goal, which is to rid the galaxy of chaos, right? Like, that's what they want to do. And Doom is there to provide assistance through tales of epic battle, strategic brilliance, and most importantly, wins. Doom leads several platoons of Space Marines through victory, and eventually this leads him to talk to some of the more higher ranked officials within the Imperium of Man. For example, randomly helping out as like this weird almost like a vigilante who seems to be motivated to strictly help the Imperium of Man. It would be weird at first, probably, to kind of analyze for the Marines and whatnot, and then eventually Inquisitors, Monarchs, and stuff like that. Not Monarchs, I'm sorry, Primarchs. If they do that, they would likely find him to be extremely useful. I mean, he has a unique and versatile skill set. Arcane abilities, his tech is top notch. He would be an undeniable asset. Eventually, though, this would lead to be a big question within the Imperium. Is this new character one of heresy? Now, why would they suspect him of heresy? And more importantly, another aspect or side to the coin I want to add to this, some will treat him as more of a messiah. Now, the side that looks at him as heresy, they look at him as potentially trying to weasel his way in and threaten the throne of the Emperor of Mankind. This is extremely problematic, as it would obviously be a threat to the stabilization of the Imperium, as they are trying to maintain. On the side of the Messiah, he is looked at as the true savior of mankind, one that, instead of leading mankind in a constant struggle, they'll lead them to absolute brilliance and dominance and rid the galaxy of the warp. What's Doom do in this situation? Given how brilliant he is at manipulating things, how powerful he is, how cunning he is, he would no doubt eventually incur the wrath of the Emperor and his Primarchs. This being through the fact that he says, you know what? They keep treating me like shit, but let me point something out. All the strongest beings you guys have, all the strongest, quote, protectors of mankind are beings that actually draw upon and agree to an extent, almost in a contractual manner, with the chaos gods that plague our existence. They play with evil, they weaponize the evil. That's why you guys can't escape it, because they constantly have it in almost like this loop. And arguments such as this, Doom showing he indeed has his own sources of power, and he doesn't in any way rely upon the warp to be powerful, this would be leading to incredible discussions and murmurs among mankind. Like, this is potentially the true emperor of mankind. As a result of this controversy, eventually the Emperor of Mankind will square up with Doom. At this point, I firmly believe Doom has been in the verse for far too long, has observed how things have worked for far too long. While he sees no one as above him, he will observe them to see how to neutralize them and make sure he maintains his superiority. Basically, what I'm trying to say is Doom will have gotten the fucking drop on the Emperor at this point. And he has an ability that no one really has in 40K. You see, Doom has clearly demonstrated the power of narrative hacks. He can recognize his own narrative, he can recognize the narrative of others, and as a result, he can manipulate them, control them, trap them, and change them, or even take away narratives. He could use this as this almost like godlike ability no one had seen before to eventually create this narrative that the Emperor bows down to him. He defeats the Emperor. This would be absolutely insane to the Imperium of Man. However, they would soon bow to Doom as they understand this is the man that will truly lead them in their quest to purge the galaxy of evil. Going forth with Dr. Doom as the leader, as he has constructed a narrative at this point that he is their savior, and he has shown them every possible way as to why he is the best option for them. The Primarchs will bow to him, the soldiers will align for him, and the conquest of the galaxy truly begins. Now, under the rule of Doom, who at this point has the Emperor of Mankind as his assistant, sitting in his throne like a Professor X on absolute steroids. He is by far one of the most valuable assets you could possibly have in the verse, right? And Doom will use this power of the God Emperor of Mankind to assist him as the new Emperor of Mankind. This is the God assistant to Emperor Doom. And, oh my god, I know Emperor fans are mad right now. I am so sorry. Smash the like button to negate the fact they might be mad at me. Now, considering that at this point, he has taken the Imperium of Man, including almost all its most valuable assets, and can completely wage war against the Warp, he will go out of his way to fully understand what the Warp is capable of, the Chaos Gods themselves. All information on potential enemies coming forth, he will get. As a result, this is a heavily prepped Doom that will be especially dangerous, and thus I firmly see him leading crusades into the chaos and the warp itself, leading away some soldiers going by the Astronomicon, some going by the Will of Doom. As slowly but surely, Doom would spread his influence through the warp, taking down layers upon layers until eventually the eye of the Chaos Gods would be drawn upon him, and they would be forced to intervene. Now, could Doctor Doom take down the Chaos Gods? I believe he could. I believe he's dangerous enough in Marvel magic, and like I said, has narrative hacks, that he's even out-hacked in narrative hacks God of Stories Loki. Like, that's fucking crazy. And in doing so, I believe he'd be able to capture and even manipulate Chaos Gods, eventually bringing them to their knees and taking down the warp. In the end, we gotta ask ourselves, could Doctor Doom take over Warhammer 40K? While this is no doubt, based on just what I've read, and I certainly haven't read everything, but doing my best, guys. It's a shit ton of stuff to read of Warhammer. I believe Warhammer is one of the strongest verses in all of fiction. I do think it's up there. And very few characters have the means to take it over. But with someone like Doctor Doom, seeing the power levels he's reached, seeing what he could do in base, which includes the narrative shit he did to Loki, he's an absolute powerhouse, a menace if he is approaching this from trying to take over. And I firmly believe, through his own brilliance and hacks, Doctor Doom would find a way, on high difficulty, to take over the verse. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think Doctor Doom could pull this off, as I said? Do you see it going any other way? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers. That would be amazing. And if you're a Warhammer fan, make sure to stay tuned in, because I do weekly drops on Warhammer content. And the more views and likes and subs I get from it, the more and more Warhammer content I'll do. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love Warhammer. I love comics. So obviously this was a fun video to do. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if it hits 300 likes, I'll do some kind of a follow-up video, most likely based on the most popular comment left below. Thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.